Just imagine a bill passed by the people's representative, but simply lying dormant, neither approved nor rejected, for months or even for years. So, actually, that's not a thought experiment only, it's a potential reality. The reality of Tamil Nadu case. So, hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about this whole issue where the Supreme Court has recently, there is a presidential reference which is happening on this issue. To ask, presidential reference is basically to ask for Supreme Court's advisory opinion. Okay. It is basically mentioned in Article 143 of the Indian Constitution. And for more knowledge if you want on this topic, that is what is presidential reference and everything, I have made a video. You can search on that and you will probably, the problem is that at that time I did not have a proper mic, so there's not that good my voice is not that good, but you can just search for it, and if you find it suitable enough to hear, then you can hear the topic, you can listen to it. Okay, so come back to it. So this is the case. So this case represents, as I said, this is Tamil Nadu case where the governor is withholding the bill since 2020 under Article 200, जहाँ पे उन्होंने इस बिल को रिजर्व किया था for president's asset, right? As you know, under Article 200, the provisions for the governor, when legislature bill pass करती है, तो the governor can either give assent to the bill, it can withhold the assent to the bill, it can reject the bill, or it can, return the bill, or governor can reserve the bill for president's consideration, which was done in this case. And since then, the bill has been no action has been taken on this bill, right? So this is the case. आप सोचो कितना टाइम हो गया है. So this is too long a time. इस तरीके से अगर गवर्नमेंट काम करेगी, then how can it be so productive? How can it act productively, right? How can it withhold the principle of good governance, which is definitely not happening here. You can see that, right? So the Supreme Court has asked that if under Article 356, it is allowed for the judiciary to judicially review the judgment. That is, if the discretion which is provided under 356 to the governor, if it can be judicially reviewed, why cannot be the discretion under 200, that is Article 200, why cannot be that reviewed? So judiciary is asking that, क्योंकि center कह रहा है that you cannot enter into our domain. That is, आप जुडिशियल रिस्ट्रेन आपको फॉलो करना चाहिए, ऐसा सेंटर का कहना है. दैट इज दे आर सेइंग देयर इज़ अ कंसेप्ट ऑफ सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर एंड यू शुड फॉलो इट. यू शुड नॉट एंटर इनटू द लेजिस्लेटिव डोमेन. It's a matter of governor and state, and they will themselves solve it, they will resolve it. Judiciary should not unnecessarily enter into it. अब बेसिकली आपको पता होना चाहिए कि ये प्रेसिडेंशियल रेफरेंस है किस केस के रिगार्डिंग. क्यों प्रेसिडेंशियल रेफरेंस को ऑप्ट किया गया है? बिकॉज एज वी साइड कि इस केस के रिगार्डिंग है, बट इसी के रिगार्डिंग 2025 में रिसेंटली सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने लैंडमार्क जजमेंट दिया था, जहाँ पे उन्होंने दे हैव साइटेड सर्टेन गाइडलाइंस, और उसके अंडर, उन गाइडलाइंस के अंडर उन्होंने बोला है दैट देयर इज़ अ टाइम फ्रेम फॉर प्रेसिडेंट टू एक्ट, फॉर गवर्नर टू एक्ट. सो द टाइमलाइंस विच अंडर द बिल, अंडर द गाइडलाइंस, so the timeline basically which is decided is 3 months. That is, under 3 months, governor has to decide. Otherwise, they do not have the power of pocket veto. ये जो आप कर रहे हो 2020 से लेके अब तक आपने उसको you are withholding it. You cannot do this. Under 3 months, you just have deadline of 3 months, and under that you have to decide whatever action you have to take. You cannot sit on it for so long. This is the guideline which was issued in this judgment of 2025, and in that in the reference of that judgment, there is a presidential reference and the whole issue is going on. And in that context, Supreme Court has said that, which we discussed just recently. तो उसके रिस्पेक्ट में जो सेंटर का आर्ग्यूमेंट आता है, सेंटर इज सेइंग दैट, so okay, I'm sorry for the delay, I was just some work. Okay, so okay, the center, not just the center but also the states like these are saying that, or they are arguing that the judiciary cannot limit the president and governors to deadlines. So this is their point, you cannot limit us to these deadlines and everything. And then the court is saying that we cannot stay powerless. Is this that court should sit powerless? This is what CJI has asked recently. It also said that if the unchecked delays will happen continuously in one or the other state, अगर आप आज एक स्टेट में हो रहा है, it will happen in other more states, right? So in that manner, जैसा कि हमने कहा, it is against the principle of good governance. It could make the state governments defunct, right? So this is how you're going to govern. This is not the way, right? So judiciary has to intervene. They cannot just sit powerless and see the drama, everything going on. So यही CJI का आपका statement है, that what you are saying, what do you want to say, just tell me कि भाई चाहते क्या हैं आप. So basically India is a democratic country and you are doing such kind of things, such kind of acts where you are not even you're delaying the bills, you're not even taking actions on the bills, no action, nothing. So it can't happen, it can't work like an autocratic country, right? So this is the whole issue going on around this, and hence I thought that you should know about what is the tussle going on between center and judiciary, executive and judiciary. So this is it for this video, and just stay tuned because this matter is not settled till now. It is going on. The judiciary is still listening to this and all. So just let's see what happens. So thank you so much for this video. You can subscribe to channel for most videos and like my videos if you want. And that is it. Thank you.